is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog, and it's been a while since I've done a New York Giants video, but why not do one today? And why not talk about our favorite subject as Giants fans, and that is our boy Daniel Jones. Greg Rosenthal's come out and said Daniel Jones is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, and actually I've heard this quite a bit, that Daniel Jones is the worst starter in the league, one of the worst starters in the league, and you know, does that get some Giants fans up in arms? I understand. I mean, you don't like when people are bashing the players, right? And when I was doing the 24-hour stream, you know, somebody was sitting there going, they didn't believe in Daniel Jones, and somebody responded, oh, these Daniel Jones haters are unbelievable. The Daniel Jones thing is certainly an enigma, right? It definitely is. He has shown flashes of being a very good quarterback at times, but most of the time he hasn't. And every NFL quarterback has shown flashes of being good at one time or another, or they wouldn't be at that level. Is Daniel Jones the worst starting quarterback in the league? Well, I guess it depends on who you ask, right? I don't think he's the worst, but I don't think that he's a top 20 quarterback, not at this juncture in his career. Now, can Kafka and Dable change that? Perhaps. Perhaps they can. But when people criticize Daniel Jones and then other people come out and go, you're just a hater, that's not a hater. A hater is somebody that just nitpicks at every little thing that a guy does wrong. Daniel Jones has had 21 touchdowns and 17 interceptions in the last 2 seasons. And if I'm not mistaken, he's led the league in turnover since he came into the league in 2019. He's been injured every year of his career. He hasn't played every game of any season. And now he's dealing with a neck injury. I don't think that people that criticize Daniel Jones or don't have confidence in Daniel Jones are hating on Daniel Jones. I don't think these people that are saying Daniel Jones is the worst quarterback in the league are hating on Daniel Jones. See, we can sit here and go, well, the offensive line is this, and he has this guy, and he has that guy. That's great. And maybe that will be true. Maybe if we address the offensive line, maybe if Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney can stay healthy. And if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, every day would be Christmas. It's all speculation because we don't know what he will be, but we know what he has been. And that's been less than average, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. There's a reason, man. This isn't after his rookie season where we're like, oh, he stinks after 1 year. Man, he's going into year 4. He's been in the league 3 years, and he hasn't improved. Now, listen. The New York Giants did him no favors. John Mara himself said, we did Daniel Jones no favors. Daniel Jones is in a lousy spot. There is no doubt about that. This is not just Daniel Jones' fault at all. The Giants suck. The offensive line is atrocious. Saquon Barkley is not what he was in 2018, that's for sure, and he can't stay healthy. Golladay couldn't stay healthy. Sterling Shepard can't stay healthy. Kadarius Toney couldn't stay healthy. Joe Judge did him no favors. Joe Judge absolutely took every bit of talent away from that kid and just really didn't have any faith or confidence in anything he could do. It was obvious by the play calls. And you could sit there and go, that was Jason Garrett. That wasn't Jason Garrett. That wasn't Freddie Kitchens. That was all Joe Judge. Joe Judge was the conservative guy. That's why Patrick Graham was constantly playing zone. That's why the Giants are punting on 4th and 3 from their opposition's 39-yard line. That's why we were running quarterback sneaks on 2nd and 11 and 3rd and 9. It wasn't Jason Garrett. It wasn't Daniel Jones. It wasn't Freddie Kitchens calling those plays. I don't care. Yeah, they were calling the plays, sure. But that was all Joe Judge. Did Daniel Jones no favors. Now, going into 2022, there is no way, in my opinion, that the Giants can give Daniel Jones a 5th-year option. You can't give him $21.3 million guaranteed at all. That cannot happen. We don't have the cap space for it to begin with, so it just doesn't make sense. Not only that, like I said, the neck injury. Daniel Jones, not only has he not put up great numbers and not won games for the New York Giants, he hasn't been able to stay healthy at all. And a neck injury can be very serious. It retired David Wilson way before his time was up. You know, those of you who remember David Wilson was I always say David Wilson was Saquon Barkley before Saquon Barkley. David Wilson was a rookie in 2012. It was the last year the Giants were up in Albany for training camp, and I used to go to training camp all the time. And I'm telling you, going to these practices, David Wilson moved at a different speed than everybody else. He just moved at a different speed, and I thought this kid was going to be phenomenal. That he dealt with some fumbling issues which I don't know if he ever really recovered from that, but then he had the neck injury, and that was kind of the end of David Wilson. So it's a serious thing. I don't really know what his neck injury is, if it's just a muscle spasm, I don't know if it's a bone. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, right? I don't know what the deal is, but he's not cleared for contact. Not that he's going to have contact until August, and they'd have to make this decision by June. It doesn't make any sense to me. I am an advocate of him playing in 2022. I know there's a lot of Giants fans out there saying we got to draft Malik Willis, we got to draft Matt Corral, we got to draft the quarterback, can't do another year of Daniel Jones. Well, this is a rebuilding year, in my opinion. 2022 is a rebuilding season. And to bring in a Malik Willis or a Kenny Pickett or any of these quarterbacks, you're putting him in this same damn situation that we put Daniel Jones. Bad offensive line, injury-prone running back, injury-prone wide receivers, guys that haven't proven that they can do anything with the New York Giants at all. Why would you want to stick a rookie quarterback into the same situation? You're setting him up for failure, just like we set Daniel Jones up for failure. In my opinion, Daniel Jones should play in 2022. He should be our quarterback in 2022. And if we fix the offensive line and Dable and Kafka could figure out a way to make Daniel Jones successful, and he is successful, then you can tag him or then you can extend him. That'd be a nice problem to have, to say, wow, this kid really can play. He is a top 10 quarterback. He can win games. He can be successful. He can score in the red zone. Now we have to consider it. I'd love that problem. I'd love the Giants to have that problem. But I don't think there's any way that you can sit there and give Daniel Jones a fifth-year option at this juncture in his career. Again, not so much because his numbers aren't good and we ain't winning games. The team sucks. It's not all Daniel Jones' fault that the team sucks, but he can't stay healthy. And that's the big problem. Because even if Daniel Jones does prove to be a good quarterback, say, he does improve, but he can't stay on the field, what good is he? What good is anybody if they can't stay on the field, man? Everybody says the best ability is availability, and unfortunately, at a lot of our skill positions, these guys are never available. And again, this isn't just Daniel Jones' fault. There's a lot that goes into this. It's the coaching. It's the offensive line. It's the fact that he's got no support around him. It's the ownership. We all know the ownership sucks. We all know that. And I'm not sitting here trying to bash Daniel Jones. People are always bashing Daniel Jones. I'm not bashing Daniel Jones. I'm realistic, man. I live in reality. And I always talk about what I see in the field. And as I said, if Daniel Jones, when I made this example in the 24-hour stream, a hater is this. If Daniel Jones has a game, the Giants are losing 38-34. And Daniel Jones has thrown for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Giants are trying to drive down the field to score the game-winning touchdown with 40 seconds to go, no timeouts, and he throws an interception. And people come out and go, oh, he lost the game, he threw an interception. That is a hater. But 21 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, and 9 missed games over the last 2 seasons? A guy I don't think he's ever won more than 4 games or 5 games in a season for the Giants. It's hard to sit here and have faith in him. He's given us no reason to have faith. He's given us no reason to give him a 5th-year option. And you can say, well, Baddog, if you have no faith, why should he be the quarterback in 2022? I think I made that obvious earlier in the video, because you don't want to bring in a quarterback in the same situation. You got to build the trenches. You've got to rebuild this team from the foundation. You got to build the foundation first. If Daniel Jones is that guy, great. But if he's not, let's set it up for whoever the quarterback is in the future. I just don't think that Daniel Jones is worth the 5th-year option, not worth $21 million. And again, these guys that are saying he's the worst quarterback in the league, I saw some content creators that were mad about it. I'm certainly not mad about it. Again, do I think he's the worst? No, I don't think he's the worst, but I certainly don't think that he's one of the best. I don't think that he's average. I think he's bottom 10. I think that's where he is at this juncture. Can that improve in 2022? As Giants fans, we can only hope. All the Giants fans that want to sit there and stick up for Daniel Jones, say you don't have this, you don't have that. Well, let's get that around him and then let's see. Right? Let's exhaust all excuses. And let's hope that if he is a quarterback in 2022, that he does significantly improve and make the Giants make the decision whether he should be the quarterback in 2023 or not. That's really all I got to say about it. But again, man, I know Daniel Jones it's a contentious relationship with Giants fans and Daniel Jones. It's a contentious relationship with Giants fans and other Giants fans. Listen, I want Daniel Jones to succeed, man. He's a Giant, right? People are like, you hate Daniel Jones. You always hating on Daniel Jones. I'm not hating on Daniel Jones. I'm telling you what I see. Right now, I don't see a very good quarterback. I don't see a quarterback that can stay healthy. That's just what I see. But I don't hate Daniel Jones. I like Daniel Jones. I want Daniel Jones to succeed. I think he's a good kid. I think that he works hard, right? I think he has a lot of talent. I really do. Physically, he has a lot of talent. I've always thought that. I think he has a good arm. I think his arm's better than people give him credit for. I think he is accurate down the field. I think he does throw a good deep ball, right? He is mobile. He can run. He's fast. But there's a lot of other things that he doesn't do well, and that's pretty obvious by what we see on the field every week. I want him to succeed. I think that with the right pieces around him, maybe he can. But again, that's all speculation. We don't know what he can be with a good team around him. Let's hope that Shane Dable and company get a good team around him. And like I said, let's hope we have to make the decision in 2023 that should he be our quarterback of the future. Let's hope. That's all we can hope for. That's all I got in this video. As always, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share the video out. And of course, let me know what you think in the comments section. Excuse me. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Daniel Jones, you want him as a quarterback in 2022? You want him out in 2022? What do you think the future holds for Daniel Jones? Let me know in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. It's Bad Diggity Dizzle. I'm out. Peace.